wanted to talk home design. Now, I'm not much of an interior designer. I'm just a person living in my house, wanting it to be as cozy as possible. But I see a lot of really good design, and I try to kind of incorporate it into my style, but yeah, you kind of have to have money to be able to do that. But I just wanted to dream a little bit and talk about these things. So yeah, let's review some pretty good images of interior design. This first image you have probably seen around. I've seen this pop up in my feed multiple times, but I love it all the same. I think what's really working for me is all the jewel tones. That couch is a beautiful color, that teal, but there's pretty much every shade of jewel tone, which is great. There's yellows and chartreuses, and I can really see all the colors picked up in that painting. And what I like about it is that painting is pretty simple, actually, and it's the furniture that really speaks for itself. Yeah, I think it is very cohesive. Now, I'm not to pick this apart, but I'm looking at the ceiling, like the crown molding, and I'm looking at the furniture, and part of that tells me that doesn't belong together. Like, I feel like that crown molding is pretty French almost, and then this stuff is very mid-century modern, but I don't know, somehow that clash really works for me, and it just kind of adds a level. This next one, I really like the gigantic abstract painting with the red couch. I guess you get a space that is quite large with quite a high ceiling, and you can do a painting that does almost the whole wall. Like, I love that. Instead of not cluttering your walls with paintings, but having one big focal piece speaks for itself, which is pretty similar to the last one. Oh, this one with the chair in front of the window and that gigantic tree overarching, I love that. I just love plants in general in your house, like old statement plants. But I don't know, I feel like this space that they made is extremely cozy with the lamp behind. It'd be very nice to mimic that. Actually, and it'd be pretty simple. I don't have a gigantic plant, but I can totally see myself incorporating this kind of nook, I guess. So, I don't know, that was just really inspiring for me. I see a lot of good kitchen spaces, but this one I'm really enjoying. Oh man, I didn't look at this picture all that hard when I saved it, but I really love the texture on the walls. It looks like a fabric and then wood trim, and then the curtains match that trim. I really like that. The chairs are interesting to me. I think those are nice, and they look a whole lot more comfortable than my kitchen chairs. But yeah, I like the pendant. But what I really like is the whole orientation of all this with the, what is that back there? It almost looks like a record player. I think it might be, with the picture above it. I think there's something very simple about that. Just having, like, maybe not a record player, but like a console table with just one large picture over it, I think says enough on its own. So I like that idea. And also that floral arrangement on that table is beautiful. This is another photo I like. This is pretty unique. It seems like an industrial space, but I love those chairs. I don't know what they are. I see them all the time, but I love how they mix those chairs with a really traditional table, like with the spindle legs. It almost looks like reclaimed wood. Yeah, I feel like those chairs really go with everything. I don't know. But I really like what's happening above it. like with the spaced taper candles, you call those sconces? And then the kind of matching photos above it, like sketches, like they look like a part of a set. I think that that is a very fine use of space. And I love how like the paper of the sketch speaks to the color of the chairs. I don't know, I'm loving all the tones in this. It's very relaxing, but feels very like grounded and down to earth. Man, I really love all things tiled, like diamond and checkered. I love those in kitchen spaces. I love this rug. I love that the rug just has like a border of checkered print. Like that is so simple but so beautiful. Like, I feel like this space is really elegant. I love the curtains, like the pull down. I don't know, are those bamboo? I'm not sure what those are, but I love really unique uses of window fixtures. I feel like those chairs would be probably pretty easy to thrift if you wanted some kind of design like that, and just go with the natural rug and natural curtains, and then have a beautiful pop of color on the wall with a big painting, and you're good to go. Yeah, the ceiling is so high and the pendant is hanging so low, and it's still like high above the I feel like my ceiling is like half that height. Like the cord of that lamp would be half of that. That's crazy. I can see why they didn't lower it anymore. You can't, but it's almost ridiculous, but you know. Yeah, I have some AI photos saved on here, which I suppose doesn't hurt to look at, because this could exist in real life. I am just such a lover of those A-frames on the West Coast. The moody forests and the fog, man. And I always see houses that are beautifully designed. I think that's really why I like mid-century modern home design, is because they really had an attitude of bringing nature in. Like, I'm really lucky. I live in a mid-century home. I wouldn't call it modern, but I can skew it that way, right, with my furniture. But there's this giant picturesque window and sliding doors in the dining room. And I think a lot of mid-century homes have that feature where almost the garden comes right up to your window. And then the furniture that you bring in are like the natural woods, and I have natural curtains up that I really think accent this view here. But yeah, I really love that design. Just bringing nature in. That's why I have a ton of houseplants. And it doesn't have to be bohemian themed, although I have a bamboo coffee table, but you can just have natural elements. Anyway, those are the houses that I like. At least the ones that are saved on my Pinterest. I've seen a lot of very nicely designed homes. But yeah, it's fun to work towards that. Even if you can't copy it exactly, at least to bring in the same vibe. Like, what is your goal with your home? Like, is your goal to be comfortable? To have it feel natural? Or cozy? Or fresh? You know, maybe you want both. You can really just use those keywords to look up what you want and get an idea from those designs and find what era those are from or what design style, and really go that way. So yeah, I do want to talk more about interior design on my channel. I'm just kind of disorganized with that, and I don't really know how to go about doing it. Like, if I should be filming my own home design, or maybe I should share my mood board, like for my home, because I've used Milanote to create a plan, and I've kind of been tracking that. I could go over that process, or yeah, I could do more of these. Just discuss a good design with you guys. I really enjoy watching videos of people like Noah Daniel who help their subscribers design their home and move their furniture around, and like that feng shui guy. And yeah, I love puttering about the house and moving furniture around, and I could totally film that too. So yeah, just let me know if you are interested in hearing about home design from me, because it's one of my big passions when it comes to personal style. So yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.